Hi, I'm Dan Holohan at AHR in the Navien booth with Dave Huskin. Hey, Dave.
Dan,
how are you?
good to see you. I'm
Good.
doing
So
well.
I'm going to give this one a hug because this won the award for
I would too
for
if
the
I were
best
you.
in the show,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, this is our Navien NPE tankless water heater in our S version.
Okay.
Now, we got a couple different versions of this. This one in particular this year won the Plumbing Best in Show for the innovation that it has with the efficiency, the stainless primary and secondary heat exchanger being a condensing unit, which means we have efficiencies up to a 0.99 EF on this unit. The new standards coming out on the tank water heaters and tankless this year, the changes we have upcoming, this far exceeds any of those new standard that are coming out in April.
Nice.
So,
What about that cold water sandwich stuff?
well, if you got the cold water sandwich, this doesn't address that quite as well as our A unit over here.
Okay.
Which the A unit is the same water heater, but we just add a couple of other components in here. We've got a pump and a buffer tank in here, allows us to do recirc with this unit, allows us to take care of that cold water sandwich that gets talked about so often with tankless.
That's nice.
So, you know, brothers here, but they both do their thing, and still in both units being condensing, they're very high efficiency, and you get the most bang for your buck when you buy these units.
That's great, and I think the contractors are going to really like these because they answer the problems that they have in the field.
By far the easiest unit out there to put in with the 1/2-inch gas line capability, the 2-inch PVC venting up to 60 feet, 3-inch up to 150 feet.
Before I forget, I got to ask you, what does Navien stand for?
Well, Navien is actually a combination of a few different words, navigating, energy, and efficiency. We tried to put some words together that match how we try to go to market with our products, trying to get some of the highest efficiency products out there that we can.
So what are we doing here?
Well, Dan, you know, when you get into some larger systems and one unit's not enough, many times on tankless we need to put multiple units in. To ease that installation, we can common vent our units, tying all the exhausts together, tying all the intakes together, going to multiple units all into one common vent pipe. What we just have now on the top of these units is a CSA approved damper that allows us to do this and have CSA approval now on these common vent systems. So on installation, it makes it much easier because we only have one penetration for the exhaust and one for the intake. And
so how many of these could we hook together?
We could cascade up to 16 of these units together to do common venting, you know, and giving us flow rates up to 177 gallons a minute.
That's like a hotel.
Absolutely.
It's not just water heaters, it's also boilers.
That's right, Dan. You know, many people know us as a water heater company. That's what we started out here in the U.S. with, but really, since 1978, we've been a boiler manufacturer. And so this is our roots, and we now are just bringing this to the U.S. market and introducing our NHB boiler back in December of last year. Really nice features on it. It's a condensing boiler like we're seeing a lot of the wall hungs go to.
What's the turn down with this?
The turn down, you know, that sounds kind of like a negative thing, but really in reality, the turn down ratio that we talk about on our largest boiler of being a 15 to 1 turn down allows these boilers to match the systems much better out there than what we used to with some of the single stage boilers or even the 3 or 4 to 1 turn down ratio.
Because it's not the coldest day of the year every day.
That's right. You know, we size our systems to match that, but even up north where I live, we aren't frozen all the time.
Yeah. Now, how do you control the zones?
Last year, I introduced a zone relay panel to control your zone pumps. But the nice thing about it is it can also interact with the new boiler, with our combi boiler, and show us error codes on the display. We can get in and run the pumps individually. Really nice for the service guy when he has to run his pumps. You can turn them on and off right on the panel instead of having to run up to the thermostat and turn the thermostat on. So it links easily with our products, gets a lot of information off the display of the unit, and they work very well together.
That's great. And I hear that they're the largest boiler manufacturer in the world.
They are. I didn't even realize this myself until just a couple of years ago, but you know, South Korea is the #2 boiler market in the entire world, only behind England. And so we're coming from our roots right here with this product, and now just introducing it into this market, trying to move some product. So,
this is great.
Yeah.
I'm liking it, and I'm getting smarter every minute here. Thanks, Dave.
You bet. Thanks, Dan. Pleasure.